Each person's every joint must perform a charity every day the sun comes up. To act justly between two people is a charity. To help a man with his mount, lifting him onto it, or hoisting up his belongings onto it is a charity. A good word is a charity. Every step you take to prayer is a charity. And removing a harmful thing from the road is a charity. It was related by Al-Bukhari and Muslim.
If you want to learn about Islam and Muslims, stay tuned to Salaam Radio 106.2 FM.
And welcome. You are live on Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio. This is me, Imtiaz Ali, and Arif Aziz with Sadat Akram. What did I say? With Sadat Akram?
Yeah, why'd you put me last?
Listen,
what's going on here?
This is the problem with you, Sadat.
What? I haven't even said anything yet.
You know, you just said.
Can I say Islam to all?
We're not ready to start the show because you know, we've got some new intro music, so I want to play that in the background.
Okay, go for it.
Can you hear it?
No, I've not got my headphones on.
Today, so on Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio 106.2 FM, we are going to be covering cricket. West Indies, they lost to England 2-1. We'll also be covering the Pakistan T20 World 11, the first tour in Pakistan on Pakistani soil since the Sri Lankan attacks. Way too much fun with this background music. Sri Lanka also touring Pakistan, and we're going to be talking about boxing. Anthony Joshua with his first heavyweight championship defense. Talking about US Open tennis with a shock result in the women's final, with the men's final coming up later today. Talking about all the football that's taken place over the weekend, with the Premier League kicking back off after the international break. Just want to welcome all of our listeners from Luton on Inspire FM 105.1 FM. And also to our regular listeners here in Peterborough, 106.2 FM. This is Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio. Welcome to the show. Assalamu alaikum, Arif Aziz and Sadat Akram.
Assalamu alaikum.
How'd you like that intro?
It's good.
Are you okay with the intro, Sadat? Because there's been some stuff going on in Facebook.
What's going on?
What's been going on, bro? What's going on? You look a bit angry today. What's going on? You're just missing the boxing gloves. Otherwise, you're looking for a fight.
No, I'm not actually.
So lots going on in the world of sports, guys.
Yes.
Lots and lots going on.
Yes.
We are on Facebook Live, so all of our viewers, all of our listeners, please do interact with the show. It's 01733 602 133 if you want to call into the studio and talk about anything that we're discussing, or if you want to bring to our attention anything else that we're not discussing. We are Facebook Live, so feel free to use the comment section on Facebook Live and let us know what you think of the show. Let us know if you want to discuss anything in particular. Let's kick off with the cricket.
Yeah. Back to normal.
Back to normal, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about time, isn't it?
Well, we say normal. It was a very low-scoring game.
Yeah, I think West Indies were a bit unlucky, actually.
Unlucky?
Yeah.
How's that?
Well, really, England didn't really get that many runs, did they? I mean, they didn't look dominant, did they?
No, but in a low-scoring game, I think England will always come top on the basis that they're batting. They bat so deep. So, you know, you expect someone to make a 20-30 or 2 or 3 people to make that.
I mean, was it really that bad? Like, you hit a 20-30, you're changing the game, is it?
Yeah, that was how bad it was. Yeah, so a partnership of about 30-40 was like a game
changer. In a test match, you need somebody to hit a century in each innings, and that's when you're dominant. But
no,
okay.
it was.
So what are the scores then? First inning, second innings?
Well, West Indies got 123.
All out.
Okay,
and
so
then England backed that up with 194 all out. So, it was only a lead of, 70
Yeah, 60,
runs.
70 runs, yeah.
And you think, that's not a lot normally, but you could tell that was quite a big lead for this particular test match.
Okay, so 60-odd runs.
Yep. Yeah. And then West Indies got 177, and that was with one player who got 62, I believe.
Yeah, Hope.
Was it Hope, 62?
Yeah, Hope's batted really well, hasn't he? Got a couple of centuries.
Yeah.
Well, he won them the second test match.
Yeah.
So that
he
was
gave
the
them
lead.
a bit of hope.
Yeah, so that was a lead of 106, and then England did it with just 1 wicket lost, because you can't see them collapsing twice, so they lost only 1 wicket and they got 107 and won by 9 wickets. And in this Test series, guess what happened?
Anderson got 500 wickets.
He got his 500 wickets, and it was his career best, 742.
Wow. Even at his age.
So
Even
it
at
must have
his
been
age.
cloudy and overcast in the first innings.
It definitely was, yeah.
It was throughout the whole 3 or 4 days, yeah.
This is the thing about Anderson. This is the criticism that's
Yes.
levelled against Anderson, is he's great on English wickets on cloudy mornings, but you go abroad somewhere where it's nice and sunny and the pitch is not doing a lot. He can't really generate a lot of movement. He doesn't do too well abroad, does he?
No, he needs a lot of assistance from the weather.
Yeah.
And without that, he's... I don't know if they say he's not a thinker bowler, so he doesn't try a lot of variations. He hasn't got anything up in his locker other than the weather helping him to swing the ball. You know what I'm saying?
So, if it pours, he does well.
Does well. Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. That's what the criticism is against him.
And England generally, are they happy now? Are they settled? Are they looking like they've got a team that they can take to the Ashes?
I don't think so. And that's the big verdict, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you remember Naseem Hassan, the opener, who played in India. He got 50 on his first, or 50, I think he was it 50 or a ton?
Yeah, he got a 50 in his
and then he broke
match.
his thumb, didn't he? And then it was a bit, and then he's not been performing well, but he got recently, I think he got 90 or something like that last time I checked. So even he's in the contention for coming back as an opener, but I doubt it very much for the Test series in against Australia.
England are making quite a lot of changes in the top order, aren't they? They brought a few different players in who, I think in this wicket it was going to be difficult.
Do you think they've chopped and changed too much?
Yeah, I don't think they've given people enough
time. It's a bit like the old manager thing in football, innit? You've got to give them time. But the players, but the thing is with cricket,
it's difficult.
You don't have that much time.
I think whatever sport you're in, if you're struggling and you need that chance, you don't really get the opportunity these days, do you?
No. But so now it's the T20s for them and the one days, and there has been issues between Pollard and Stokes, I believe, before, hasn't there?
What's going on with Pollard? What happened?
Are there, a lot of, I was going to say banter, but no, banter's not the word. A lot of chit chat on the pitch, and he's. I think he said in an article that Woke should stay away from me. Okay. Stokes, should stay away from me. He should probably stay at the boundary.
I didn't read that, but I know there's been a bit of issue between them two. But they're both fiery characters, aren't they?
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
And my favourite subject, Moin Ali, even rather. Moin
Khan? What's happening there?
Blast from the past. Moin Ali, I mean, where is he batting now? Is he still batting down 7?
Yeah, he's still batting 7, 8.
I mean, is that just they've just kind of given up on bringing him up any higher in the...
Yeah.
He's not done enough when they've brought him up. Because I think with Moin Khan, he's Moin Ali.
That's my mistake.
It's contagious.
Moin Ali. See, you're rubbing off me.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy. Moin Ali. They've given him an opportunity.
Okay.
And he's just not done it. I think he's a flair player, and he will take that risk. And I think in the top order, they don't want people who are going to take those risks.
In the top order, they just want somebody to put bat on ball and
well, they had that play with Peterson. He was a flair player.
Yeah. Here's your favourite topic when it comes to the England batting lineup.
He is.
Can we bring Peterson back?
Yeah, just to ruffle the feathers.
It's true, but at that time they didn't really.
When you
have
put
that
somebody
many
at a number 7 with Moin Ali, the mentality completely changes.
Of course,
he's not going to go out there to block. He's there. He's going to go for the shots,
some runs,
and a few times he's got a ton, and he saved England.
Yeah, he's done extremely well.
Well, when you put him up the order, I'm sure he'll adapt accordingly, and it's not as if it's alien to him.
They have.
The order.
They've put him in the one-day tournaments.
In the one-day tournaments, yeah, and he's still. I think he opens for his county, doesn't he? Or he's higher in the order anyway. So it's like I say, it's just a matter of consistency.
I think by beating West Indies, England really haven't proved anything. And it wasn't a convincing.
No, I think
apart from the first test.
Yeah, I think
the first test was very convincing.
Yeah.
The first test made you wonder why they even decided to play the West Indies, because it was just going to be a
one of those things. But the second test,
and the second time just turned it on its head.
Yeah, and so it made the third interesting. But again, the collapse from England in the first innings probably made this one interesting. The expected West Indies, not expected, sorry, it wasn't a surprise that West Indies got out for a low score.
If England had gone out in the first innings and scored 350, it would have been over in 3 days.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think with the Aussies, not far, coming very soon. I think it's going to be...
When is it? When are we playing?
It's in October, when is it?
I think you might be right. It is October. I thought it was more like December, but you
Maybe it is December.
Yeah.
Though, I'm not sure.
I think it
Yeah,
is
it's
December.
going to be Winter Ashes, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's normally they play on.
Oh, and the
Boxing
other
Day.
thing is Pakistan and India are touring England next year.
Oh, is that?
So the
is that on
dates are out.
cards?
The dates are out.
All right,
I
cool.
think Pakistan have got dates for two tests in early summer. So it's going to be the first major.
So they're going to have their like match here in England, sort of thing, not a triangle.
No,
match,
Pakistan are going to come over and play two tests and
Against
then
India.
Against England, and then India come over and tour, and India have the full T20s,
5 tests and
ODIs,
everything,
and 5 tests.
yeah.
And I think one of the team as well. I can't remember who. One of the team might be coming over for 3 tests, just 3 tests. So that should be interesting. But I guess the main thing is how England shape up in the Ashes. So
will they do well, I suppose I don't know, but will they do a tri-series between Pakistan, England, and India? Will there be an overlap?
I'm sure the ECB will try getting
because
Pakistan versus India.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that for a while, haven't they?
It's a good one to get because there's a lot of fan base here.
Yeah, absolutely.
To support both teams,
Yeah.
so I'm sure they'll sell those out quickly. Let's move on a little bit because we've got a number of things to cover.
Yeah.
Let's move on with the Pakistan T20 World 11.
Yes, there's a World
So tell me
11
about that.
game. There's a World 11 who come to Pakistan now, and the first match is tomorrow. And it's a T20, 3 matches, and it's trying to get them back into the international games.
I
in
think
Pakistan.
Collingwood's playing in that, isn't
Collingwood's playing. There's I did have a whole list of players, but there was I think South African Hashim Amla. He's playing.
Okay.
So there's
So this
players.
is just like a non-tournament type.
It's just
Just a one-off, almost like
yeah.
a charity game.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. It's a big thing for Pakistan. It's a big step towards
course, yeah.
getting the international teams and back into Pakistan, so they can start playing their home games there rather than in Dubai.
And is anybody going to be touring Pakistan anytime soon?
Yeah, Sri Lanka on the 28th of September is their first, so there'll be
Sri
a proper tour.
Lanka's always supported Pakistan.
Yeah, and so they
even-
obviously the attacks happened when Sri Lanka were there. It was on the Sri Lanka
But
bus.
this is the big thing.
So this is it.
The team that was involved in the attacks is the team that
Does
comes back
come
and
back,
tours
yeah.
first. Yeah.
I mean, there was a
gonna be massive.
test series with Zimbabwe, I believe, in between here somewhere, but that wasn't recognised as sort of thing. In Pakistan, that happened
Right.
a couple of years ago, or was it last year? I'm not sure, but that's the only game that's happened since like international.
I think if they can keep it clean,
Well, top security they've done
Yeah.
presidential security.
really.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sorry, what are Sri Lanka playing in Pakistan? Is it just a 1 days? or-
No, it's the whole series, like
full series?
a test match, 1 days, 5 days.
Which means they are going to be touring multiple venues. They're going to be going all around the country.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Yes. So that'll be.
I mean, how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Is he a little bit nervous?
I think it is, yeah, because really, you want test teams to tour Pakistan, and I'm sure their security is going to be top quality, but back of your mind, you're thinking, look, there's going to be some nutcase, isn't there? Who's going to try to...
This is it. I mean, you want, of course, like exactly what you say. You want cricket to come back to Pakistan, and that's going to help the country. And especially if they establish it, they do really well. They get teams touring. They can stop playing in Dubai in the UAE, right?
Of course.
But at the same time, you're just thinking, can we actually manage it now? Given the state of the country. I mean, I don't know what the political situation in Pakistan is right now, but we've not heard of many incidents in the recent past. It's certainly gotten better. It's
I think
certainly become
PCB
more,
are going to obviously try their best to make sure it goes without any incidents.
Okay.
Security is going to be a big thing, and they realise that, look, they need to bring teams in to develop their players as well. So
It's got to be a big step, that the fact that Sri Lanka have agreed to come and everything, and Pakistan also are confident enough to give them that security to give the dates. So, and obviously they know better than anything.
Just bearing in mind, Sri Lanka are also, you've got to be, like, I agree with what you're saying. There's a lot of confidence that's come into this, but Pakistan also helped Sri Lanka out as well a few years ago when they had their issues with terrorism and stuff like this. And they toured.
Well, Pakistan went over and toured Sri Lanka. That's a very good point,
so,
actually.
And Sri Lanka will support Pakistan. Pakistan will support Sri Lanka.
There is a lot of mutual respect in the world of cricket.
course.
It's not so much, politically there might be enemies, but even the Indian cricket teams support the Pakistan cricket team.
Yeah, they do,
Yeah.
The nations might be out, loggerheads, but the actual teams, they want to encourage, obviously, the...
because I think with Pakistan not playing in Pakistan, with a lot of the fans have missed some, unbelievable cricket matches, haven't they? I mean, you just need to go to India and see some of the performances and the players that have come through.
Yeah.
I just want to give a few shout outs. There's a number of people watching us live on Facebook. Sadat Akram is watching us live on Facebook. Cheers to that. We've also got Hassan. Hassan's watching us. Did Hassan play well
Hassan.
yesterday?
Hassan was awesome yesterday.
Was he awesome yesterday? Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got Ansar Ali watching. We've got Monta watching. We've got Mohammed Munir watching. Fellow Liverpool fan. Mohammed Munir,
5-0.
you might want to
5-0.
you might want to listen up later on in the show. We will be talking about the result from yesterday. So and Claude King is watching as well. Claude
Claude.
Memes, yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Claude. How's it going? Nice of you to join us. Feel free to interact with the show and share your comments online. Let's move on now. Boxing.
Yeah.
And before we get on to the headline, which is Joshua's
Joshua.
heavyweight defense, what is this about all these MMA fighters calling out boxers? And Anthony Joshua's getting a lot of people calling him out on social media, which is apparently the chosen medium for them to call each other out. So the heavyweight, I forget the guy's name, but the heavyweight champion of MMA, that weight class, he's supposed to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of MMA, is calling out the undisputed champion of heavyweight
ridiculous.
boxing. And he's saying, to Anthony Joshua, how about... And you can understand why they're doing it, because obviously the paycheck,
I think it's all It's all to do with paycheck. There's nothing else. I think
It gets publicity and everything. It all rises up.
You can't compare the two sports. They're obviously totally different, and I think it's just the paycheck. The fact that media attention will.
Yeah, I mean, so MMA, they Conor McGregor made more in that one fight than he has done in his whole career.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently, Colin McGregor, what's his
Conor
McGregor's previous MMA fight, he got $3 million.
Yeah, and that was like one of the biggest MMA
That was
fights
one of the
ever.
biggest ever.
Yeah.
So you can imagine he picked up almost $100 million.
Wow.
So there's a big difference.
How
And
many
I
$1 million do you need to be happy? Just give me one.
Munir is saying, don't go there, G. Please, just don't go there. I think he's still talking about the 5-0.
5-0.
We are going to do our best to not go there, but we've got Sadat Akram, we have to.
Munir, we're going to try our best to try to avoid that subject.
So I've got a button here which is controlling the red mic, which Sadat's got.
5-0.
But he's got good reach. The boy's got good reach, and he's going to be talking about it.
Talking about 5-0s. What
No,
happened
we'll
yesterday?
come back to it later.
We'll come
Let's not
back
talk
to
about
it.
that.
Yeah, let's
You
not
know,
Okay, so you can understand why it's happening, but don't you think, like, if an MMA fighter wants to get that big money fight, they should enter the boxing division and start from the bottom?
of course.
They should go in and they should fight some of the
On merits.
lesser contenders. Get 5, 6, 7 fights under their belt. If they're 7-0, 8-0, 9-0. After a number of fights over a period of a couple of years, then they can say, yes, we're in the top 10 now. We're one of the competitors. We're one of the contenders.
I think you might get some of them actually doing that, considering the amount of money that's involved and the fact that some of them probably feel Conor McGregor actually did quite well.
Right, so this is the
Yeah, but
frustrating
that's a
thing.
high risk, though, isn't it?
It's a high risk,
If you
yeah.
go through the way that Imtaz was saying, go through lower levels, and if they lose the first 2-3 fights, shall we say, or lose a fight on the way,
But then
Yeah.
then
then they're going to get that match that they want.
aren't
They're going to be found out, and they're not going to get the money that they want.
Yeah.
Claude's made a comment. Claude said, football related. What, Arif, can you say about the FC Peterborough game yesterday against Spalding?
Spalding. Wow.
Well, first of all, Claude, I was going to mention you. Thanks very much, because
Was Claude there?
Claude was there.
Good
It
lad.
was raining for basically 80 minutes.
Claude's a committed lad, you know
and
that, innit?
he ran the line.
He ran the line.
That's
That's more running than he does while he's playing, you know that, right?
No, I haven't seen much of Claude play football, but really appreciate that. I think
What was the score?
we won 1-0. I mean,
Yes.
looking at it, I think the performance could have been better. First half, it was just, we played a lot of long balls. Second half, we made sure we played at the deck. That's our game. That's FC Peterborough.
Yeah.
Play at the deck, play the ball around. We absolutely destroyed them. We only scored one, considering we missed about 5 1-on-1s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, but a win's a win, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And
Who's our goal scorer?
as he
Arslan,
scored,
of course. Arslan.
as he scored,
Yeah.
I think you've got
give
to
it.
deserve and mention his name.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Arslan scores, I score. 2 Ali score in the same day. It's just like put that in
Okay,
there.
did you score then?
I did score, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about the boxing. Heavyweight defense. Joshua.
Joshua,
Anthony Joshua.
yeah.
So this guy, I mean, he should just eat up the division now, shouldn't he?
He should really.
There's nobody really out there. Is there anybody that he should be fearing?
Well,
Not
this guy who's going to fight. I mean, he's only lost to Klitschnikov, hasn't he? And he's
Who the heck is Klitschnikov?
was it Klitschnikov? That's like a gun, isn't it?
Klitschko.
Yeah, yeah.
Klitschko.
Klitschnikov.
Klitschnikov.
Klitschko.
Klitschko. Yeah, his
only
full
lost to
name
Klitschko,
is
okay.
Klitschnikov.
Okay, I'll take your word
All
for
right.
it. Okay.
Are you
I'm saying.
talking about AK-47s here?
No, you and your AK-11s.
Fair enough. So the only fight he's lost is against Vladimir
Yeah.
or his brother. Whatever his name. What's his brother's name?
Yuri.
No. Is he? Of course he's not. Okay, so he's only lost to Klitschko and he's fighting
Yep.
against Anthony Joshua. So he's going to be
And
genuine.
he's had
contender.
5 winners in a row since that defeat. And so he's a genuine contender.
Sure.
He's a bit old, though, I think.
What is he? 30?
32ish, 36
I think he's.
That's not too
Yeah.
bad. I mean, Klitschko was hit touching 40, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a different specimen. Klitschko
Yeah, no,
is,
he's obviously a very, very good fighter. And he's a fantastic
And
fight.
he was unlucky, really. If you look at it, that particular fight, it could have gone either way at the,
Yeah.
And I think the younger man obviously showed his.
Oh, he pulled out the punches when it
Yeah,
mattered, didn't it? Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So Joshua, clearly favourite.
Joshua, I would say, is clearly favourite. I mean, your first defence, you're not going to come up against somebody who's going to strip you of your crown.
Absolutely.
He chooses who he fights now.
Yeah.
So he's going to
Oh,
choose.
no, but isn't it on...
There's a mandatory.
Yeah.
There is a mandatory, but you can go 2-3 fights without taking your
Yeah, yeah,
mandatory.
of course.
So if the mandatory was somebody who's genuinely threatening you wouldn't take it. You'd just take a couple of fights as champion, fill your pockets, and retain the belt.
Even mandatory, they don't always go for the number one, do they?
Yeah, they have a number
Yeah.
of contenders,
Yeah.
and then they'll think which one's the biggest money fight, and then they'll take that. So your first defense, it'd be shocking if you lost your first defense, given you've got so many things stacked in
Yeah.
your favour.
But I think that division itself, it's a bit lightweight.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think there's.
Oh, sorry, was that a joke?
We missed that one.
you get
Moment
it.
of silence.
Sorry.
Moment of silence.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, Saddam, I'm not like.
Can we do that again? Let's do that
What
again.
would you say about the quality of the field?
Forget about it. No, the point is, it's not as strong as it's been in the past, has it?
Absolutely.
So he should really have the next few years to himself.
He should do, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple of American fighters, isn't there, that are coming out. Is it Deontay Wilder? Dillian White? I mean, he fought Dillian White, didn't he? And that was
Yeah, Dillian White, it's not.
Is that done
necessarily-
now?
Yeah, that's done.
Wilder?
Maybe, but
Yeah. I mean, maybe some of our more educated boxing fans could text in and let us know
Do you think-
who Anthony
Sorry.
Joshua might be fearing over the next year or two, because we can't think of anybody that's really going to test him. Sorry to that.
I was going to say, do you think his his biggest challenge, is himself, in the sense like what these sportsmen are getting on off the pitch normally or outside the field to Amir Khan, Rooney, and long
Yeah.
as he keeps himself,
he keeps himself away from trouble,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. And I think other than that, he should, like we say, he should be on the
Yeah,
top for a long time.
I agree. I agree with you, Sadat. I
I'm
think.
glad you said that. So that's one of the reasons why you're on the show.
Hello.
Is because you come out with some really, really good points. So do you remember the run up to the Klitschko fight?
Yeah.
I said there's been
Klitschnikov.
no Klitschnikov. Yeah, there's been no trash talking. They've not been disrespectful.
No.
They've not had scuffles in the
No.
way in. They've not been touring multiple cities and saying you're a this, you're a that.
Yeah.
There's been no
Diddy
bad blood.
beep,
And
beep.
after the fight, there was genuine respect between
Yep.
both
There
men.
was, yeah.
And to be honest with you,
And the Conor one's completely different.
I'm fed up of it. I'm fed up of all that rubbish. I'd rather just have two very, very
Yeah,
good
the
boxers.
problem is it sells, doesn't it?
It sells.
and that's
But
that's
isn't
what
that
they
just-
want to go for.
Isn't that just like an ignorant mentality for the typical
is.
boxing fans? Because if you're like, oh yeah, look at them, they're kicking off, they're playing you.
Yeah.
And you as fans
and,
just,
and
just-
you could even tell,
I mean, McGregor Mayweather was so fake.
Of course it
It
was.
was
You
so
could tell that a
sad.
mile away.
Afterwards, they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a good player.
It may
he's a
have,
good
it may as well
boxer.
have been scripted, right?
Yeah.
it was
But with
ridiculous.
these guys, honestly, I've got so much respect for them. Even you talking about Amir Khan. Amir Khan, he's always like at fights and he's saying, yeah, I'm calling you out. You ain't nothing. I'm like, come on, grow up. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And Twitter
I
fans,
just feel
who
like-
do you want me to fight most? Let's see how many likes and how many comments I get. Come on, grow up.
Yeah, but I think Amir Khan's he's not ruined is probably a strong word, but he's tarnished himself.
Well,
Hasn't
he's
he,
got,
with all what's going on off
he's
off
got-
the out of the
Out the
ring,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Well, he's got a battle on at home at the moment. Hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a heavy fight.
That is, yeah.
I think we'd all pay for it.
That's a heavyweight fight in the lightweight division. Yes, I nailed it. We're coming up to a break. I just want to quickly go on to the US Open tennis. So, apparently, a massive shock.
Shocking,
I don't even know
yeah.
who won. Who won? I don't recognize this girl's
Sloane
name.
Stevens. Yeah, well, she got injured and she was 157th ranked.
Yeah,
She's
Sloane
ranked
Stevens.
157 in the world.
957.
9.5. I think you said
like-
1.57.
no.
No, it's equivalent
Six-
to, and correct me if I'm wrong,
6
Aaron.
weeks ago, she was 9.57
Yeah.
in the world.
in the world.
So, like,
Yeah.
I was gonna sort of like put it equivalent to Leicester winning the Premier League, like they did.
No, but they
No.
were only ranked number 20 in the country, right? Or 18 or 17.
Yeah, but it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
And the same.
I
with-
think
with-
you've got a point in
Sadat.
but I don't think
Forget
you
my
know
name.
if you're looking. I think you're more looking like as if the FA Cup, if somebody from the non-league comes
Yeah.
and wins it.
That's a better
what-
one. I agree with that.
you
Arif,
know.
yeah.
So yeah, but she was ranked I think 185 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or something 85.
No, she reached to 83. I got it down.
83 was
yeah,
it?
she got
Okay.
to
Yeah.
83.
And she won
She had
the
an
And,
injury,
and
though,
any
she
big
didn't she?
scalps in the quarters, the semis, the final? Who did
In
she
the
come up
final, she
against?
beat Madison Keys. She's
Who-
15.
Yeah, she's 15.
Yeah.
Okay, so
not 15
lack of
age, set with 15.
Yeah, okay, but lack of experience maybe there because she's not been around for too
But that's
long.
No,
I
but she thrashed
honestly
her.
think
she
that's
thrashed her. 6-3, 6-0.
So I
Okay,
think
so where were the big hitters? Where was the I don't know the
Venus got to the. Is it Venus, the older sister?
Yeah,
She
Venus,
got
the
to
older sister.
Yeah, she got to the quarterfinals, I think, or
Yeah.
semi-finals. I can't remember. In the age of 40 odd, so she was doing really well. But obviously, I didn't follow it after that.
Yeah.
She lost.
and they had Sharapova who got knocked out in the first round. didn't
Sharapova
she?
got knocked out, and then the big guns from the men's, they're all injured.
They're all injured, but Nadal is number one, and he's fighting a guy who's 32, 33
Okay.
years of age.
Oh, we're going to
31,
go off
they're
to,
both
we're going to go off
31.
to a break now.
Yeah.
We're going off to a break now. So if you guys will join us in a few minutes, we'll be back in a while. Thank you.
After this short ad break.
Sadly, millions of orphans living in the poorest countries lack the necessary support for a healthy childhood. These children have to endure lives of hardship without the basic necessities that will help them to grow, to learn, to live. Let's show them that we do care. Let's brighten up their future. Call 0161 225 0225 or visit humanappeal.org.uk.
Third world and developing countries are home to some of the most vulnerable children on the planet. Malnutrition, severe lack of medical aid and access to clean water are just some of the horrific challenges faced by orphans across Africa and Asia. Children of Adam, a Peterborough charity, need your help to bring aid to these orphans for just £25 a month. To sponsor an orphan or assist with other projects, please call 0300 321 0032 or visit www.childrenofadam.net.
City Homes Estate Agents are your #1 independent family-owned agency in Peterborough. We offer a range of services including buying, selling, letting, mortgages and conveyancing. Why not call us today and find out for yourself why our customers return time and time again. We have a track record for achieving some of the highest prices in and around the area for our clients. With over 10 years of operating in the area, we are the experts in this market. Put us to the test today by calling 01733 348 677 and quote discount code RADIO for our exclusive rates for this promotion. City Homes, bringing people together for over 10 years.
Feel like some great tasting chicken tonight? Great meal deals, wraps, burgers and sides. We've got it all at Chicken Palace. Call and collect at 302 Lincoln Road on 01733 702 447 or 8 Park Road on 01733 343750. Chicken Palace, open 11 a.m. till late.
मेरा नाम आयशा है और मेरा ताल्लुक कश्मीर ऑर्फन्स रिलीफ ट्रस्ट मीरपुर से है। कोर्ट एजुकेशनल कम्प्लेक्स चरिकस मेरे ख्वाबों की जन्नत, जहां बेहतरीन देखभाल, आला तालीम, बेपनाह प्यार और मेहरबान शफकत हम सबको हासिल है। अब फेज 2 में 500 बच्चों और बच्चियों के लिए रिहाइशगाहें बन रही हैं और इसके लिए 9 करोड़ रुपए चाहिए। मुझे यकीन है आप मायूस नहीं करेंगे।
Kashmir Orphans Relief Trust 0300 123 774 court.org.uk.
The 8th of October sees the return of the Peterborough Great Eastern Run. Sign up to fundraise for Penny Appeal to be orphan kind and run, jog or walk the half marathon or the 5k fun run. All proceeds from this challenge will go towards providing a safe, nurturing environment for orphan children in Pakistan, where they can gain a proper education and build a brighter future. We'll be with you throughout the whole experience, from the minute you sign up to the moment you cross the finish line. All the support and encouragement we can give will be available for you whenever and wherever you need it. For more information, please contact Haroon on 07714 249 215. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
This is Imam Siraj Wahaj from Masjid Al-Taq in Brooklyn. Keep tuned.
Peterborough's community radio station, Salaam Radio, 106.2 FM.
Welcome back to Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio. I am loving this intro. Thank you so much to Amir Suleiman for preparing this intro for the sports show.
Thanks, Ahmed.
This is Amir Suleiman.
Amir Suleiman, okay.
Amir Suleiman,
yeah,
the superstar of Salaam Radio. He did this.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he did this in a coffee break one day.
Oh, did he?
Just
Probably why I got the order wrong.
What ordering? What are you talking about? What order?
Well,
Let's talk about this order. Sorry, let me just do a re-intro before we start going in, and you can have your hissy fit. Welcome.
Hissy fit.
We are live.
I'll give you hissy fit in a minute. 5-0.
We are live on Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio 106.2 FM. We are also live Inspire FM 105.1, and to all of our listeners and to all of our viewers. We've had a few comments on there. We've had a few comments from Sadat Akram. Let me read this. No, I can't. I don't know. I don't know what that says. I can't even read the comments. But if you guys are watching on Facebook Live, then please feel free to get your comments in. Obviously, everybody wants to talk about the big result of the weekend, and that is the absolute thrashing of. Come on, say it like it is. It's an absolute thrashing of Liverpool by Man City, and Man City are genuine title contenders, and they're the kind of games that can completely they can completely ruin a season. But
there's a but.
There is a but. We ended up playing the game with 9 men, didn't we?
Yeah, I believe you were 10 men, not 9.
Did we have 2 sendings off, didn't we?
One send off.
Or was it just the one? Oh my
no,
God.
yeah.
How do we lose fight?
It's just because Mane's like 2 players, I suppose.
Everton defeat, bigger shock. I don't even know what that means to that. Do you want to tell us about that?
I mean, I thought Tottenham to win away at Everton. 3-0. Considering how good Everton is to play at home, I think that's a big result.
Everton
that's a big result.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is. They played.
And I think it didn't get mentioned much because of the defeat by Liverpool, the hammering that they got, the absolute pounding that they got.
I think if you look back at it, I agree with Klopp. It shouldn't have been a sending off.
Oh, Klopp said he didn't even touch him.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Well, it's a matter of opinions here.
What, he didn't touch him?
No,
did he or did he not touch him?
The keeper put his head down.
Let's talk about the result. Let's talk about the result first.
Yeah.
So 5-0. 5-0. Was that flattering to Man City, do you think? Or do you think they were worthy of a 5-0 win?
I think if Liverpool had scored early on, when Salah went through, it could have been a different story.
Okay.
Ifs and buts, though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it
City had chances, Liverpool had chances, and City went ahead while they were 11.
That's like saying in the A's game yesterday, if Sadat had actually turned up from the first whistle, they wouldn't have scored those 2 goals, yeah?
No. Are you talking about the 9 goals or the 8 goals?
The 8 goals. We only conceded 8 yesterday.
Yeah, easy.
Okay.
But
when I parted up, may I say, when I parted up at the back with Madge, when you decided to move from the back, we only conceded 1 goal. That was Madge's fault.
By that time, the team had already scored, 7 was it? And couldn't be asked to score.
Well, clearly, 7 + 1 is 8.
That's the maths that we get here on Slash Sports.
My point is that, I mean, don't big yourself up too much.
I'm not big. Let's go back to City and Liverpool. That's what we got.
Let's just have a look at it. It was a poor day.
It was 1-0 to City when they were equal players.
Yeah, when they had equal players.
Yeah. 11-11.
So City.
Aguero got the first.
Yeah.
Yes, Aguero got.
Jesus got the second.
Jesus got the second.
Yeah,
he's just.
I'll call him Jesus. Jesus, but it's Jesus, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
don't think it's actually pronounced Jesus.
It's pronounced Jesus.
Yeah.
And but the first goal, De Bruyne assist, great ball.
I heard. Yeah, it was fantastic ball that went through.
Yeah, but a slack defending though. I mean, okay, 1 player down, 5-0. They're 1-0 down. But how many times have we seen top teams with
they
the one
go
players
down
game?
to 10 men. They soak up the pressure. And they hit them on the break.
Hit them on the break, but do not. It's very rare that they let 5 in.
Yeah, I think they'd lost their heads.
What do you reckon, Ziggy? Ziggy Khan watching. Ziggy, what do you reckon, mate? Did you see Match of the Day at all? Did you see any of the live games? Let us know what you think. Obviously, we're talking about the 5-0 right now. We'll move on to other games as well, so feel free to get in touch, guys.
Oh, there were other games as well, were there?
There were one or two others. There were United at Stoke. I mean, we're going to talk about that.
We will do, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a disappointment because they could have maintained their 100% record.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that game. We'll talk about Arsenal's game.
It's very rare they win after international break.
Yeah. And
Bournemouth haven't won anything though.
They've not had the
they?
best of starts either. So
no, but
it's good for them to actually get some points.
Bournemouth's not had the greatest start, so if it was away to Bournemouth, I think it might have been a different result.
Yeah, Bournemouth's a tough place to go. But the sending off. Let's talk about.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Okay, so Liverpool fans, I want to try and be neutral. Liverpool fans are going to say the sending off changed the game, but I completely sympathise with what Sadat's implying, and that is when you go a man down, what you've got to think to yourself is we're 1-0 down, let's not concede anymore and see if we can nick one towards the end.
Yeah, you stay in the game as long as you can. So in the 85th minute or so, then you probably take a bit more.
Yeah, but flair teams aren't going to play like that.
And we are a flair team. I think we are a flair team.
Okay, but I don't think they lost the 4 goals because they were attacking so much.
Don't you think?
I think they're just the defence. It was very schoolboy errors.
Yeah,
very poor defending.
I think, Karius playing. I think that's, I
mean, your defence, you got to remember, you still got the 4 defenders that they had before.
Clavan played, yeah.
They didn't keep their shape. The line was completely wrong, and that the sending off shouldn't have really affected the back 4.
So when you're playing expansive football, you get people moving off the ball, and you lose your shape because you're in possession and you're trying to, affect the game in the opposition's half. The moment you're out of position. And a team like Man City, one of the quickest counter-attacking teams.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they were counter-attacking, but they're very, very quick getting forward. They've got the likes of De Bruyne and Silva and Aguero and Jesus and Sane and Sterling. These guys, they're going to absolutely tear you apart.
So
right?
they don't need help. And Liverpool, and it's not just because it's Liverpool, but it seemed like that team helped the other team.
And one of the ongoing criticisms of Jurgen Klopp is, you went into the summer thinking we need a decent goalkeeper, we need a decent defender, and he's gone out and he's retained Coutinho and he's signed Salah, and we're looking great going forward. And I know we didn't score yesterday, that's whatever, but we're still looking great going forward. At the back we've had a problem and we've not fixed it.
Yeah.
And then you get exposed.
How much did Liverpool pay for Salah?
Is it in the 34
million or something?
I mean, that chance he had, he should have put it away.
Yeah, I think he misses more than he scores.
Yeah,
I think with Salah he's going to miss more than he scores. The jury's still out on him going forward, and with his pace,
I don't think so. I think he's a good signing. I think already he's a good signing.
I think the thing is he's got tremendous pace.
But would you start Salah or would you start Lallana?
I would start Lallana.
So the fact that you're thinking about it means he's reinforced the squad, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So when you're spending 34 million to reinforce the squad and give yourself an extra option, we know what Sturridge is like. He's going to get injured at some point, and you're going to need that extra attacker. He's definitely better than Origi. Origi's gone now.
Oh yeah, Origi's gone. Yeah.
So we've got, we shot Origi and we bought in Salah. I think that's
so okay. Back to sending off or not off. And what do you think?
Yeah, why do you think? Give us your opinion.
I think the keeper went down, put his head down. It's a 50-50. The foot was probably slightly high. It's definitely a booking.
Have you seen it?
It was definitely a booking. Yeah.
Have you seen it, Arif?
I've seen it.
His foot was higher than the shoulder height. It wasn't like midriff height. It was high.
You had Pep and you had Klopp both.
It's a Zlatan Ibrahimovic karate kick height.
It wasn't a...
Well, we've had a few comments, some very articulate, well-phrased and insightful comments.
Yeah, from Zishan
Akhtar, he's saying Liverpool are rubbish.
Well thought out.
Well thought out. And Zishan Akhtar also following up with United to win the league. Now, I said they'd won it in August. Maybe not in August, but certainly early September. They have won the league. Of course they have.
So this time next year, maybe for Liverpool.
Yeah. No, let's just give them the trophy now. So thanks for that, Zishan Akhtar.
Zishan, I'll take you out for a meal, if they win the league, yeah? How's that?
Can you take me out as well?
I'll take...
can you take me out as well?
I'll take you out as well. Yeah. And if
you're thinking the foot wasn't too high? You're saying the foot wasn't too high?
I think the foot was slightly high, but the keeper, went down. He put his head down. into a dangerous position.
No way.
The keepers get away with that sort of stuff all the time.
Okay, so my view is the ball was there to be won by the goalkeeper. It certainly was, and the keeper did the right thing in coming out.
Yeah.
As a goalkeeper, you're going to do nothing but try and clear that ball.
Yeah, and the only way he could clear that ball was with his head.
Of course.
Because it was at that height.
Yeah, exactly. And he couldn't put his hands on it, could he? Yeah.
No. But he couldn't chest it or anything either.
But Mane's thinking, hang on, if I just beat him to it and nick it past him and not kick his head, I've got an open goal. I've got an open goal, right? So he had to go for it.
Yes, but that's two arguments, though. Yeah.
No. He had to go for it, and you don't blame him. It wasn't malicious.
Yeah, it
wasn't. Nobody's saying it's malicious.
No.
The keeper did the right thing because if he stayed on his line, you got Mane 1-on-1. It's a bad situation to be in. So I think they both did the right thing. But the fact that the keeper won the race meant that Mane had to go.
Yeah, and the referee also did the right thing.
Well, it's a matter of opinions as far as I'm concerned. But
yeah, it's a game full of opinions.
Yeah, but the rules of football say.
So the keeper did get to the ball first.
Yeah, I reckon it should have been a yellow card.
There's no way, and I say this sincerely, there's no way, if that had happened at FC Peterborough, or the goalkeeper, say Shamas, came out, headed it, and got kicked in the face, that you would not be shouting to the referee to send that player off.
I'll tell you what, though, they wouldn't get a red card.
No, we wouldn't.
In our league,
no, I agree with that. But I'm just saying that the incident, if it was identical, okay, step aside the referee, what he would do, you'd be shouting out for a red card.
Zishan Akhtar's already thinking about the restaurant that Arif's going to take him out to. Where United win the league. So he's licking his lips right now.
He's got a rose already now.
So, I mean, you can argue it either way. I don't think the referee's made a howler by sending him off.
He hasn't.
And if he'd have given him
as a footballer, I think you probably can't understand why, because he's got to go for the ball. Every footballer would have went for the ball.
And that's what Lineker said. That's what Wrighty said. That's what Shearer said. They said we don't blame him, but it was a red card.
But on the rules, it's a red card. And to be honest with you, when I saw the incident, the first thing that came to my mind was Nani in the Champions League. I think it was semi-finals against Real Madrid. Mourinho was then the manager.
Yep.
The ball went over his head. He actually controlled it, but his foot hit the player's chest, and he got sent off, and that changed the whole game.
What about the World Cup final when that...
and he didn't get taken off.
Yeah, he should have got sent off.
Was it De Jong?
Yeah, he didn't even... The ball wasn't even there.
That was a kung fu kick.
The ball wasn't even there. The keeper had it in his hands or something.
The point I'd make is there was... there's always incidents on the pitch where you go in to make a tackle, somebody nicks it, and your studs are showing, and you hit them on the shin or on the knee, and everyone's like, oh, that's a career-ending tackle, and that's a red card, and that's just shin and knee. But this is up in the head. So as much as I am a Liverpool fan, as much as I do respect his right, the fact, I think he would do that again. I think all strikers would do that.
Yeah,
but you take the risk. If you don't make the ball, you are looking at a red card, and I think that was fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no different. Is it if a keeper comes out to get the ball, he doesn't make the ball, he gets the player? It's a penalty.
The point I'm trying to make is that keepers come out with their foot up all the time.
Yeah. So
and they get away with that.
Ishfaq's made a couple of comments. Ishfaq is saying, if that had happened in our league, that would have started a mass brawl.
I think it takes a lot less to start a mass brawl in our league, to be honest.
That's a fair point. And the other point he's making is just echoing what you said. Is Nani's. It was less of a red.
Yeah, I believe it was.
So it was a different shade of red. It was maybe like a pink.
Well,
it was a pink.
If I remember, a fan called the police, didn't he? He said, I think a fan called the 999. He rang 999 and said, yeah, something criminal's just happened there. He's been sent off. And I think he got fined for that.
That decision was just criminal.
Yeah.
But I mean, what does that leave Liverpool? 4 games in, they've won 2, drawn 1, lost 1. So that's 7 points.
They're still 7th in the league at the moment.
They're still in a good position. I don't think that's not a defining.
No, I don't think anybody would say that's defining, but it's demoralising or
not really. Demoralising. What are you on about?
Okay, I think the red card helps it become less demoralising. I think you as a player. I
think. Look, red card aside, again, going back to my point, I don't think they adapted well to a team that's gone to 10 when other teams can.
The point I'm making is, when you do get a red card at 1-0, you convince yourself that the game would have turned out differently had we not got the red. It's the referee's fault. And I think a lot of commentators are saying the referee ruined the game. The referee's job isn't to make an game. He's just going to officiate the game. But I think it gives people a psychological out.
And I think that's probably was synced into the players straight away. The way they played, they thought, "Oh, we've lost it because we're a player down."
I think when they conceded the second goal, definitely at that point their heads dropped. They probably didn't have the same fight.
Shot, though, didn't you? You got to shut up shot.
You've got to play the game differently.
Even if it is not to win, just not to lose so badly.
With Klopp, you're gonna, there's no real plan B with him.
Yeah.
It's plan A, and if something goes wrong, then you're buggered basically.
Yeah, I think Ishrak makes a brilliant point, and this is the thing that's most concerning is he's saying Liverpool are going to be without Mane for 3 games.
Yep.
That is a big.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've got players to cover him, but do you remember when he was in the Africa Cup of Nations and we sent a private jet to fly him back because he was so literally
yeah,
finished.
that's probably why you said 9 players got sent off, because he's 2 players.
He is. He's
Well, you said 9 players.
2 players sent off, yeah. Sorry, 9 players on the pitch, yeah.
Zaid Mahmood
Moin Khan.
Zaid Mahmood saying difficult for any team to stop City attack with 10 men. I think we disagree with that, don't we?
I think it wasn't as if it was bombarding attack. It was just, it's just the manner, the way they went around.
Let's take a team like Burnley. Yeah, and I pick Burnley because Burnley aren't known to be a very expensive team. They have one striker up top, and he tends to stay around the halfway line. Yeah. And when they're playing against the better teams, particularly away from home, what do?
Part of the
they get 2 banks of 4,
yeah.
and they get one guy just drifting in between the defence and the midfield to.
Well, they might even play 5 at the back,
or they play a 5-4. Yeah. And what do? They hold out. They hold out for a good, 90 minutes. They sometimes don't get clean sheets.
You see, that's the problem.
That's a well-drilled defensive unit.
Yeah.
And this is the point that Sadat's making, is Liverpool, as much as, you can say they were down to 10 men, they got a red card, if they were a well-drilled unit, the instruction from the sideline should have been, guys, we've only got 10 men now. This is a good team we're playing.
We need to change.
We need to adapt.
Let's just look at it from another point of view. That's a matter of opinion.
Okay.
So the point is, Klopp doesn't fancy playing that type of football.
But when you get 1-0, what should you do?
1-0 down, what difference does it make? He went
1-0 to 5-0. I think if they went 1-0 down and they lost 1-0, they would have got more positive out of the game than now losing 5-0.
So if you look at the table, we're 3 points behind United. But if you ask Mourinho, we're 4 points behind United because they've got a much superior goal difference. If we'd have lost 1-0...
United only top... that's because of the goal difference.
Because of the goal difference, yeah.
I don't think that's going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things.
Well, it has before.
Especially with United.
No. I'm just making a point. I'm saying, losing 1-0, losing 5-0, you can't say, throw the kitchen sink at it and try getting 3 points. 5-0 is quite damaging.
It's
and we're going to play City against this season, and they're going to come to Anfield thinking we put 5 past these last time.
Yeah.
That's a different mindset. I know with the red cards and all that, but Nani's watching. Nani, what do you think of the results yesterday? What do you think of your beloved Man United?
Ex-Man United player Nani watching them.
Nani's actually watching us live. Nani's our very own Nani. He's far more skillful than your Nani.
It's not our Nani no more.
yeah, exactly. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next game.
Arsenal.
Yeah, let's talk about Arsenal.
Arsenal win 3-0, much needed win. After the start, the way they're going.
I think.
Sorry. Can I just pull it back 1 second? The Ox, last 2 games, 4-0, 5-0. Can we just have a moment to laugh at the Ox?
Yeah.
I've already had a few people laughing at me.
Yeah.
About the Ox.
Why are they laughing at you at the Ox? You can have a laugh with them at the Ox.
Well, I'm a Liverpool fan at the end of the day.
If you do, let me...
No, it's been reported.
Stop put the air conditioning on in this room, please. It's heating up.
Oxlade-Chamberlain was offered £220,000 a week by Chelsea.
Yeah, we covered this last week, didn't we?
Yeah, I know. So, regardless of what you said, the fact that he's been on the wrong end of 2 real hidings, you got to respect him for actually choosing a team that he thinks he might be getting a bit more playtime in. So fair play to him, and hopefully he does come good for him. I hope he does well for us, regardless of what
Mohamed Salah has made a comment.
Not Mohamed Salah. We've not got professional footballers tuning in. This is Shola McShola. Shola McShola is saying Liverpool have already played Arsenal and City at this early stage of the season. It will hopefully help them come last quarter of the season. Having said that, we don't really do too well against the lower teams. What do you think? And that's a fair point. And Nani's saying it's a long season.
Yeah, don't get worked up, Arif.
Nani, if you watch us every week, trust me, if we win, we've won the league. And if we lose, it's all just gone pear-shaped. And it's going to be like this every single week. We're just up and down.
Nani, just keep yourself fit for the next game. That's all.
Shola makes a really good point. Yeah. We have played Arsenal, we picked up 3 points. We have played City, we dropped 3 points. When it comes to the end of the season, it's so much more about how you get on against.
Arsenal away or home? Sorry, I was just thinking in my head.
Arsenal played at home. Arsenal
played at our place.
Yeah.
So it's at Anfield.
Yeah. Okay. So you come to the end of the season, the top 6. If you just take them out and put a table of the top 6 against each other, it tends to work out in that way. Yeah. Apart from Liverpool, though, what Shola's saying is we do a lot worse against lower teams. So
#bring image back. From Ishrak Ali.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's that about?
I'm here, I think, because I'd taken a week off from Salaam Radio, and I think he's just saying...
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
You sure?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Ishrak.
Yeah.
You want to
If
exaggerate?
you'd like to elaborate on that.
He's got nothing more to say on that. And we're no longer Facebook Live. So 3-0, yeah? Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah, 3-0. Welbeck got 2.
Yeah.
So
Welbeck
yeah,
got 2, which means he must have missed about 10 then.
Yeah. I don't think
is he that sort of player? I don't think he misses that many.
He does.
You know what? The number of times he misses a chance when the game is in the balance. Who scored? He couldn't have scored the first goal. Who scored the first goal?
I can't remember.
Who was the third goal scorer?
Third? I don't know. I've got Welbeck as 2.
Welbeck 2.
Yeah.
I think
he killed it off with 2-0. Yeah.
If you're looking at Bournemouth are struggling. They haven't won a game all season.
No, so it was much needed. It was the right game for Arsenal.
Absolutely. It was a perfect game for Arsenal, wasn't it?
Okay, next one then. Brighton, first victory in the Premier League.
Wow.
3-0.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well, really, aren't they?
Who did they play?
West Bromwich Albion, though. I'm surprised West Brom lost. You know, they're a pretty strong unit.
Defensively, yeah. They're finding it a little bit tough going this year, though.
Yeah. Set piece specialists as well.
Yeah.
The most successful set piece team in the Premier League.
Yeah, and then Tottenham 3-0 against Everton. Harry Kane got a 100 goal.
Good win for Tottenham.
100th Premier League goal.
Did you see the goal?
No.
It was a cross shot.
Oh, they're the best.
He was obviously went for a cross and it turned out to go in the back of the net.
Perfect.
They all asked him, obviously, did he mean it? And no, clearly didn't mean it.
Yeah.
But that was his 100th goal, and it was a good goal.
Well, we'll take
and
it.
Rooney got his 100th yellow card or booking. So there was 2 100 things.
In the same game?
In the same game,
what a coincidence.
Yeah. It's very rare you get, I think there's only 3 players in the Premier League who've got 100 bookings.
Vieira?
Probably.
No, I don't think
Oh, you don't know who the 3 are?
No, yeah. I'll put it out there for you lot to find out.
Yeah, come on, guys. Who do you think has got 100 bookings other than Wayne? So 2 others or 3 others?
2 others, I believe.
Okay, so Vieira, Keane, you just think. Oh, I'd say Gerrard because he's played a lot of games and he was a little bit dirty sometimes.
Yeah, I remember he came on in the second touch and he got sent off against Man United.
You wouldn't say. I mean, Scholes played a lot of games. Giggsy, he's been a clean player. Lampard was relatively, clean, tidy.
I'll tell you who else
Gerrard
got to
used
be.
put
John Terry.
What about
Oh, John Terry, good shout. Yeah.
Gareth Barry?
Gareth Barry? No.
No.
I don't even remember Gareth
100.
making any yellow cards.
No.
But he's equalled Giggs's, or he's going to equal Giggs's record of playing number of games in Premier League in his next game, I believe.
Who is?
Really?
Barry.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Oh, he's incredible.
He's been
What's
around
incredible
forever,
that he's been around forever? Or that I know that stat.
No, the fact that he's been around forever. I expect you to know those kinds of stats to that. Come on. That's why you're on the show. That's why you're on the show. Yeah, Nanny thinks Roy Keane is definitely up there. Adam Poole says, can someone ask Sadat to talk us through getting knocked for 6 on Friday?
Don't you?
Adam, I know Sadat quite well, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to give us the full details. So we'd love for you to elaborate on that text. Sadat, did you get knocked for 6?
We had a great game on Friday. We had a tournament via work. Went to Birmingham.
Cricket.
Okay. Solihull, and it was a great game.
Okay.
And I balled a slower ball to this slightly older chap. I felt sorry for him.
Ball slow anyway. A
slower
ball is what?
A
slower ball is what a fast baller does occasionally. He goes from 80 miles an hour to about 60.
Yeah, miles going from
you ball at 40.
15 to 10 miles per hour.
You play cricket then?
Yeah, I play cricket, bro. You know what I mean? So, and he would have been out if Adam Poole had actually caught his catch.
Oh, okay.
He dropped him.
Adam Poole was what? Over the boundary because he went for 6.
No.
So it's not
before
like he
before that, he wouldn't have got the 6, would he?
Oh,
he dropped him.
Caught
yeah, he could have been dropped. Yeah. Apparently, the sun was in the way, even though it rained most of the day.
See that, Adam? That's the beauty of being live on air is you can spin a story whichever way you want. And although you've been, you've texted into exposed to that, so that's just basically turned it on you. So Adam, sort your butterfingers out. Yeah.
The sun was in my eyes. It's coming there. Here we go. It was raining. Anderson would have loved the conditions yesterday.
Nanny says, I think Alan for FCP has as much bookings. Did Alan get booked yesterday?
No, he didn't actually get booked.
Okay, because he did get booked the week before and the week before that. So, yeah, he owes a lot of money. Nanny's also saying, Ishfaq is saying Paul Scholes got a booking every time he played. I think Paul Scholes got a booking every time he made a tackle because he was shocking when it came to tackling.
He was, wasn't he?
So next one. What's their silence?
I think Crystal Palace.
We can have a silence. Can we have silence?
We can't have a silence.
Leicester and Chelsea. We've got 2.5 minutes of the show. Can we have a 5 second silence?
No. Leicester, Chelsea. Conte scored for Chelsea.
Conte is a manager.
No, Kante, I said.
Oh, Kante. Scored against his former club?
Yeah, he didn't celebrate.
Did Drinkwater play?
No.
Didn't
Play.
That could have been in the clause, though. Sometimes when they sell
what
players...
do you think of these players not celebrating, scoring against their ex-teams?
I think it's pathetic.
I think that you can celebrate. Van Persie celebrated when he scored against Arsenal.
As
It depends how much love they had for that club, though.
no, I think they can celebrate.
There wasn't any bitterness. Was
I
there
mean,
between
could
Percy
you
and
imagine
Arsenal?
if one of our ex-FC Peterborough players leaving and scoring a goal for the opposition and celebrating and making a big thing out of it?
Yeah, we've had that.
So the whole thing
know.
started when Dennis Law was playing for United for years and years and years.
And
Went
then he
on
went
to
to
sign
City,
for City and scored the goal
And he
that potentially
celebrated.
relegated Man United that year. And he didn't celebrate because he knew, the obviously the magnitude of that goal and what it would have meant for Manchester United. In that kind of situation, you can absolutely understand because he's a legend for United, and then he's done his job. And he's potentially, pushed them down to a lower league.
Yeah, but
So
you're
you
with a
understand
new
that.
team. You're celebrating. It doesn't have to be.
No, what I'm saying is for that.
Who was
trying
that
to show-
Tottenham player?
He's trying to show respect.
I could picture him now. He went chasing down the whole pitch after he scored.
Adebayor.
That's it. Yeah.
So that's a bit much.
That's too much.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
But just a jeer and say yes, come on, okay, and then get
Yeah,
around
they
with
did.
the other players.
They're happy, aren't they, within themselves when they score? And yeah, they try to not show too much emotions, do they?
Do you want to read Nanny's text out in the way that he's written it?
No, go on.
Oh, Robin Van Persie.
Sorry.
Ishrak says manager Hand given Alan a good talking to beforehand, so he didn't get booked. I don't even want to know what you did with Alan beforehand. Ishrak,
Let's hand it over to something else.
Ishrak,
I calmed
keep
him
it to
down.
yourself,
I
bro.
calmed him down. You know what, Ishrak? Seriously, I don't want to know about your management style. Just keep that to yourself.
Ishi, come on, bro.
Ishi,
No,
come on,
listen.
bro. Come on,
It
bro.
was supposed to be a secret.
Just keep your hands to yourself now, please.
No,
We've got
let's
20
get it right.
20 seconds of the show.
Ishfaq was the manager yesterday. He
Oh,
managed
20 seconds. We didn't get to talk
the
about
game.
We didn't get to talk about.
the Watford away win against Southampton. I thought that was a great victory for Watford, who's fourth now,
I think
above Liverpool, who lost
10
5-0.
seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. I'm just going to drop the
5-0.
bombshell.
5-0. 5-0.
Sadat played 90 minutes yesterday.
Yeah.
Did that actually happen? Thank you so much for listening, guys. Join us again next week. It's been a pleasure.